Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new. And also welcome back if you haven't visited for a long time, because we're covering Quant, alright? A coin that I have covered sporadically and when necessary in the last 3 years, but it's been a while, alright? But right now, it's one of the most interesting cryptos to keep an eye on, so therefore I wanted to make a video on that, wanted to do a full analysis. As far as I know, I mean, I've covered Quant for a very long time, so I do know something about the project. I think the foundations of the project and the business behind it are great. But as far as I know, there's no major news necessarily that we need to know about regarding Quant right now and regarding this price action. I might be missing something, and if I am, please correct me, all right? And let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure to pin it so others see it as well. But I wanted to focus mostly on the technicals, and I think there's enough to talk about regarding those as well. Because with the price action we've seen since Thursday last week, we've broken out a major level right here. We've gotten back into a previous balance, all right? You can see the price of Quant found some balance right here. I would say, well, I mean, we can make some sort of a volume profile right here, but it's kind of around $92. That's where most of the volume has been traded. But we have also broken, if you zoom out here for Quant, we've also broken above a massive resistance level, right? And that's this resistance level right here. Mainly around $80, which is also psychological resistance or psychological key level, of course. So yeah, wanted to do a full update. A lot of you requested this as well, so let's get right into it. I'm not sure how many people still care about Quant, but I do think there's a sizable amount. So let's get right into it. Like I said, we had a breakout. So then when you have a breakout like this, and we found resistance here at the 365-day rolling VWAP, the first question I always have is, all right, is this a real breakout, right? And you can see quite clearly that Quant, we had some balance here to the downside. It's actually multiple balances, but let's just call this one big balance, one big consolidation, even though it's not a traditional consolidation. And we have balance right here. And what we know from price is that the price always tries to shift from balance into balance, right? So what Quant is trying to do right now is it's trying to shift from this balance here to the downside to this balance here to the upside. And now we have to determine whether that's a valid shift or not. And at this point of time, I'm leaning towards saying yes, and that's for multiple reasons. And the first one being that the level we broke right here between around $80 is just incredibly strong, right? I mean, this is the 12-hour time frame. You can see we had the 7-day rolling VWAP there. We had a 90-day rolling VWAP there. We had a 200 EMA. It's a psychological resistance level. It's historically a very respected key level in general. So there's a lot of confluences at that level. And we broke out above that level. And not only did we break above that level, we did so with volume. All right here you can see the volume on Thursday and Friday was already very high. And then the volume yesterday, yesterday, kind of at the end of yesterday, was very, very high again. So if the volume is high, that usually means that there's more conviction. And now you can see that that level around, let's say $82 into $78 has turned into a massive support zone with all those rolling VWAPs, with a fair value gap and imbalance. And a 382 fib. So I do think that we hit a strong resistance level, right? Because we hit the POC right here with the yearly rolling VWAP. So that's technically quite strong. So I do think it's likely we will test that support level right here. But from that support level, I do at least expect one more bounce into the yearly rolling VWAP with a potential of getting back into the value area high of that previous balance around $96. All right, so that is, I've talked a lot, but this is essentially what I think is most likely. If we don't get a strong reaction from $80 and $78, that's a reason to suspect that this will not happen. And I'll keep you updated on that if that's necessary. But for now, I'd say this is most likely, and that's what you need to know. Right, so if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.